Hello, everyone. This is Stacy. Welcome to The Landing. Hello, and welcome back to The Landing. I am extremely happy with who I am looking at across the table right now. We have a very special lady with us, and I'm going to let her introduce herself. So if you will, please tell us your name, who's your crowd, and where you're from.
Well, I am so happy to be here today, and my name is Elizabeth Salter Ritchie. Now, most of you will know me as Elizabeth Ritchie, as I was at Harkers Island for a few years and worked at the Wachovia Bank there for 25 years. So I am consider Harkers Island people my people.
We are.
And anyway, but I am from Davis, North Carolina, the best fishing village on the coast. And I was always proud to say I was a fisherman's daughter. My daddy was a fisherman. His name was Virgil Styron, and he loved me as his little daughter. And I have salt water in my veins for him. And Davis is a wonderful place. And I had a brother named James Styron that many people will know. That was a Stern Fish Company in Beaufort and then transferred to Davis. So we have been in the fishing industry for many, many years. And I have two sons, Rodney and Lester Allen, which has passed 3 years ago, but he's in heaven, so we're proud to be able to say that. And I was married to Lester Salter, and he passed also. So.
Oh my goodness, those names you just said, how special they are to a lot of us down east. Well, I am so excited to see you, to reunite with you. It's been too long since I have hugged your neck.
Yeah, sure has.
Way too long. But what we're going to talk about today is going to be fun, and it's going to bring back a lot of good memories, I think, for a lot of folks. So I want you to think back to when you were a little girl, and when it would get to be this time of year and Christmas would be rolling around. What kind of memories does that bring to mind?
Well, the same memories I have now was when I had them. And I think about, I get so excited about Christmas. I love it.
Mm-hmm. I know you do.
And we always had a cedar tree for Christmas. And I still look at them when I ride anywhere. And I see these cedars, I say, oh, I want that one.
You size them up and say, that would be a good one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think about how we decorated and we just made stuff and put on the tree.
Like what? What kinds of decorations would you make?
Okay, well, I know when my boys were little, that we made stuffed little dogs and all kinds of little stuff pertaining to the water some too, boats. And then we always made stuff with paper, and always got them little paint sets that they could paint ornaments. And I still have those and I hang them on my tree. And it just brings the heart when you can put stuff on your tree that means something instead of a price tag on it. So.
Oh, for sure. I've got a couple of ornaments on my tree that you gave me, and every year when I hang them, I'm like, this is Elizabeth. This is
That's,
Ibby's.
that's right.
Uh-huh.
But one thing about those trees, we had to hang silver tinsel.
Tell me about silver tinsel. Because we never, in my house growing up, Mama never used it, but I've heard her talk about it. She's talked about how hard it was to hang.
They come in a package, and they are, I don't know how I can describe the size, but they just hang. And you hang them on the tree one by one.
Ow.
Until you cover the tree. So the lights are shining through that, and it's just a radiance that
Wow.
it's beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I bet that served well on the cedar tree limbs because they weren't real heavy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think about now, people go pay $75 to $100 for a tree, and I think, oh, they didn't know what joy is.
Because you all would you go cut it down?
Yeah,
Pick it out and
yeah.
cut it down? Oh, my goodness.
So that's the way. And that was my childhood. And I remember some of the Christmases, I was a little girl, and my daddy was shrimping, and he went to Key West, Florida that winter to shrimp. So when he came home Christmas, he bought me a Christmas present. And it was a chenille bathrobe.
Oh.
And it had a peacock on the back of it in colors.
Oh, my goodness.
And I thought that was the most gorgeous thing I had ever seen. And it's just little stuff you think about, and try to get your children to do things special that they can remember.
Yeah.
Means a lot.
Means a lot. And that's, when I think about Christmas, I always remember how much you love Christmas. Decorate, 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 cook, cook, cook. But you also did something else very special at Christmas, and that's one of the main things I want you to talk to us about today. And that had a lot to do with music and singing and a program.
Yeah.
So will you take us there?
Well, Davis is known for many good singers, and we always had caroling. So we would start early and practice, and we would go through the neighborhood.
And who is we? Who is the group?
Well, it would be all the churches combined. So we had Freeville Baptist Church, the Baptist Church, and then another Freeville Baptist Church later. So, but we were all very unified and enjoyed being together, and we'd sing caroling. Yeah.
Oh, I love
And that
that.
still goes on right now.
It's still, they
Yes.
continue? That's
Yeah.
awesome. So when you say go caroling, would you go from church to church, or would you actually go house to house?
No, we would go through the neighborhood,
Oh, wow.
particularly to the shut-in folks, to make sure that they heard visitation.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that. Well, what else would you like to tell us about? Because I know that evolved into more.
Yeah, I think Isabel Hurricane was 2003. And after that, we had a corner on Davis that had never been cleared up. And it was just full of old bottles, drink bottles, and a mound of dirt. And we decided to make that Davis Shore corner. So we got it cleared up. We got a bulldozer in there and got that mound down and the bottles out and raked. And we had a sign made. The Smith family and the Salter family, which was my family. And it was a memorial in memory of Todd Smith, who had died. And if you go to Davis now, you can see that same sign on that corner. And a lot has elevated from that because we decided to put a Christmas tree up.
Yep. Beautiful tree.
Yeah. And I'm going to, the Davis Community Christmas program started with a dream from Joey and Elizabeth Salter in 2003. The Smith and Salter families built a community welcome to Davis sign and park after the passing of our beloved Todd Smith. The community choir said it inspired Joey and Elizabeth for a community-wide event to be held at Christmas. Joey took his ideas to Elizabeth, and she put them in motion. They organized a full weekend of events with the help of supportive sponsors that would include a special day event for the children to have breakfast with Santa and Mrs. Claus, and their elves coming across Course Island in a boat.
Love it.
To greet the children at Luther Lewis Crab. The day would end with a service at one of the Davis churches with a devotion and a community choir and children's choir. After the church service, everyone would meet on the corner for a memorial service to honor the passing of loved ones over the course of the year. The service also ends with the lighting of the huge crab pot Christmas tree that was given in memory of Annette Harvey, which was Nicky Harvey's wife, the inventor of the Course-Island tree in Davis.
Yes.
So finally, everyone would gather at Davis Shore Provisions on the corner for cider and donuts. The whole community was lit up and magical. Neil and Dennis Harvey, creators of the crab pot tree, would hang a tree on the light poles throughout the Davis community. The Boy Scouts would fill and place luminaries all down the streets leading to the program. Davis was truly a hallmark Christmas card setting during the holiday season. In September of 2014, the community was rocked and heartbroken at the terrible passing of Dennis Harvey. He put so much time in the trees and was very loved. That year, Neil and Delisa Starn stepped forward to pick up labors of love that Dennis gave us. They put all the crab pot trees on the poles.
Wow.
After that. Mm-hmm. And that was done yesterday on Saturday.
Oh, yes?
For this year.
So they're up.
Really. They're up.
Oh, wow.
Now, they will be lit now, but they're ready.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Through the years, many Davis natives have been the special speakers, and their celebrations have been very joyful, even providing the Beaufort double-decker bus that came and take rides through the community. When COVID hit, we were forced to conduct the whole service in its entirety on the corner. This has continued since then, but 2024 marks our 22nd year of lighting the corner of the tree on the corner.
Wow.
The celebration started as a Davis community celebration, but now it includes and involves all of Down East and is a very special event that means so much to so many.
Yes, it does. Now, wow, 22 years. Oh, my goodness. When you started it, when it was an idea and Joey Stein and you got together and got planning, did you have any idea what you were starting?
No, it was so much fun, and it was from love. And Joey was working away, and he was in Kentucky one time, and one of the years, and I had married again after my husband had passed away a few years. Mm-hmm. But I married Jim Ritchey, and he left Christmas also. But anyway, we would be home at night, and the phone would ring, and Jim would say, "Answer the phone. Joey's had a vision."
Joey's had a vision.
He'd say, "Joey's had a vision." So I'd get on the phone laughing, and Joey would say, "What's the matter?" I say, "Well, Jim said you've had a vision." So that's just the way it went. Every year it was something different, and it was
And something was added on
yeah
a lot of over the years, and
yeah.
it's a big thing. Oh wow! So when you started that, I know you did it in memory of a lot of loved ones and wanting to share their memory and good times. But when you look back at it, what all has it brought to you? Because I know when you talk about it, you light up.
Well, I just think every year got better, and I think of the first year, and it was so good. But my granddaughter today, I asked her what she remembered, and she said, "Well, Nan, I'll tell you the truth." She said, "I remember the little boy that was asked to speak, and somebody asked him one of the things that he liked, and he said, 'Well, I like nanner sandwiches.'" She said, "I never have forgot, and I was a little girl when he said he liked nanner sandwiches."
Nanner sandwiches, God bless.
That's what she remembered.
Oh, that's funny. It's funny what we recall and what we don't. Are there any new plans this year that you know of? Who's planning it now?
Kara Smith,
Okay.
yes, and she does a fine job. She does the music and does the whole thing. Gets speakers to speak on the corner, and yes,
Yeah. Do the elves still come across the water?
no,
No. I remember that happening and how awesome that was.
it was.
Oh my goodness. Will Santa make an appearance still?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And
That's
at
good.
Mrs. Santa, we have beautiful Mr. and Mrs. Santa. Dana Nelson
Yes.
is Mrs. Santa,
Uh-huh.
and Tim Davis, the meat cutter,
Yes, yes.
is Santa.
Oh yeah. There are two good ones for sure.
Yeah.
Let's shift gears just a little bit and think about, because when we think about the holidays, we always talk about food down east. What kind of food memories do you have through the years of Christmas? What's your favorites?
Well, people just don't make them like they used to, but I always enjoyed getting somebody's homemade fruitcake.
Daddy loves a fruitcake.
I do too.
Uh-huh.
But that's something, if you do it for your little girls, they'll always remember.
Yes. Yep. That's true. And they're not that hard to make, really.
No,
You just got to get the stuff, but
Get
it's
the
not that
stuff.
hard, and dump it in there.
Yeah.
What was your family's traditional meal, Christmas meal?
We had a turkey and dressing, the best dressing. And collards had to be on the menu. And then you had green beans and potato salad and sweet potatoes. Always had to have sweet potatoes.
Yes, yes.
The tickable.
Okay, one of the burning questions. Do you prefer sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie?
Sweet potato.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I think a lot of folks down east prefer sweet potato.
Yeah, I do too. I don't know why, but that's,
Yep.
well, I do know why we have sweet potatoes.
We had sweet potatoes. That's right. That's exactly why. Yeah. This time of year, because you were a fisherman's daughter, but you are also fisherman's wife, and you were a fisherman's mama, right?
Yes.
So this time of year, what would be going on with the men folk on the water? What do you recall?
They would be mullet fishing.
Yep. Yep. And give us a point of view, a vantage point, a little bit of playing that role of being the one at home with your loved ones on the water working, and you've done it a many hour.
I worked away. I was a working mama. So I had a plan, I guess you would say, and I told the boys, and they were avid hunters, I'm just not going to clean your ducks.
Draw the line. I love it.
And I didn't have to worry about cleaning the fish because they did that like they liked it.
Well, that's a blessing.
And yeah, it was. And they still do. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. What's your favorite seafood?
My favorite
Your favorite?
has to be crab.
Uh-huh.
I like the soft crabs. And then I particularly like stone crabs.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, I don't understand why, but I don't remember having stone crabs as a kid.
Really?
Do you?
I don't. No, we didn't. We'd have, like you said, we'd have soft crabs as a delicacy, and we'd have stewed hard crabs.
Yeah.
But no.
But nowadays, they have started having stone crabs, and they are delicious.
How do you like them cooked, the stone crab?
Well, you just boil
Boil
them,
them.
and then they're a huge crab.
Yep, big hunk of meat.
And see, when they're caught, they break off that crab claw and throw it back over, and the crab can grow it back again.
Yes.
So it's a delicacy, really.
Yeah. Do you dip it in butter?
Yeah, a lot better.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting hungry.
Have you ever had stone crabs?
I have had them one time, and it was delicious.
Yeah.
And there was a whole lot more meat in than a blue crab.
Yeah.
Blue crabs will work you to
Yeah,
death.
that's good.
Good stuff. Yeah. Do you have anything else that you would like to share, to talk about?
Food-wise?
About anything? Food or anything else?
Well, I there was a time when I was active that I could plan a lot of stuff, but we had the prettiest decorated house contest.
Yep.
And we had judges from out of the community to come around on Friday night before the activities started on Saturday to judge anonymous who would be the winner.
Oh, and they would announce it at the event? Yeah. Oh, fun.
And then we had a sign to present to the family to that house to be a sign that would go in the yard, you know.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
So it was
That's
nice.
neat. Yeah, used to. One of the biggest treats at Christmas time was when Mom and Daddy said, let's get in the car and go look at Christmas lights. And we'd ride not just on the island for us, we'd ride all down east, and there'd be lights everywhere.
Well, Davis is a place that people are choosing to go now because of all the trees. See, it's an 8-foot tree on every light pole.
That's amazing.
It's beautiful. And then that night we have luminaries up and down the roads. So when you go and all the lights on the houses, it's a beautiful fishing village.
Yes. Now, when does it happen? When is the program held? Is it the beginning of December?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be early December.
Okay.
I'm not sure of the date. I can't say that.
Yeah, but it'll be early on. I thought it was a little bit towards the beginning of the season. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Anything else that you have?
Not really. We covered a lot. I will say that we were able to have our functions by personal donations, and they help with the cost. And that was the Davis Shore businesses.
Okay.
And we would send out a letter explaining and if they wanted to donate, and they always did. And it was surprising how many merchants we had just in Davis. We had Mason's Auto Supply, Handy House, Lewis Crab, James Starn Fish Company, Bill Morris Plumbing, Rodney Salt Crab, Alger Willis Fishing Camps, Davis Shore Provisions, and personal donations. And
that's amazing.
Doesn't that surprise you in
Yes.
Davis?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's really great that they all came together to make it happen.
Yeah, they
Wow.
made it happen.
Wow.
And still do. They
yeah.
still donate to make the function happen, whatever they need. keeping the lights on the poles and all that has to be kept up through the year, and
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah.
it's just a community effort. Yeah.
Yep. And that's the way it's supposed to be, right? That's the way what we know.
I was always so proud to say, I'm from Davis.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep. You always say it with a smile. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. We've been blessed. You know that, Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. Well, thank you so much. I've smiled the whole time because it's so good to look across and see your beautiful face. I love you, and hopefully I'll see you again sooner.
We go back a long way.
We go back a very long way. Way long. Like when I stop and think how old I am now, it's unbelievable. But I'm here.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I love you.
Thank you for taking the time to come visit.
Yes, ma'am. Happy to do it. I have been blessed to know Miss Elizabeth most of my life. She is so much fun to be around. Her spunk and enthusiasm and true love for Down East is contagious. Please join us next week as we continue down memory lane with Miss Kahlo Brooks. You don't want to miss it. Until then, stay safe and be kind.